friends, welcome back to She's At It Again. Today we're going to be making a pineapple dressing. Now this is a side dish, but yeah, just go with it. It's a dessert. It is a dessert. It's about like congealed salad back in the 60s. But this is fabulous. Now I've reduced the sugar in this. I've changed it to coconut sugar, but if you want to use the full amount of sugar and you want to use white sugar, do what you want. It's your kitchen, but I'd rather do it this way. So we're starting out with softened. Actually, I stuck this in the oven and my bowl is quite hot, but my butter's melted. And we're going to add a half cup of coconut sugar to this. Now this is what coconut sugar looks like. It's a dark color. That's your only disadvantage, really. It tastes a lot like white sugar, but I think it has a really nice flavor to it. But it is going to be darker in color than if you were to use white sugar. The original recipe calls for a full cup of white sugar. So just know that we're reducing it by half and it's a different kind of sugar. But since you've never had this before, more than likely, then you're not going to go, this doesn't taste anything like it did before, because you've never had it before. All right, half cup of sugar. We're going to stir that just to get the lumps out. Now here recently I did a video of an Italian salad sandwich. It was so good. I've made it twice since I did the video. But remember, I tore the insides out of the loaf of bread to make room for all the filling for the salad so we could close the sandwich back up. Well, I'm not going to waste breadcrumbs, so I've had them in the back of the fridge where it's really, really cold. And I even added a slice of sourdough breadcrumbs to it, just in case that didn't make enough. But the recipe calls for 5 slices of just stale leftover bread. So if you have rolls, biscuits, whatever, but I happen to have that Italian bread and then 1 piece of sourdough. To this we're going to add 4 eggs that I just broke into a bowl. You can use a mixer with this if you need to, but I'm just using a spatula. We need a teaspoon of almond extract. Just like that. To this, we're going to add our breadcrumbs. And my dish, it's a small dish. This isn't a full-size casserole dish. This is about an 8 by 10. I have it buttered on the bottom and on the inside of the sides. All right, tossing the bread around. Yours will be lighter than this if you're using white sugar, but this is what mine looks like. To that, we're going to take mine's a 14 ounce, but it calls for 20 ounces of canned crushed pineapple, and you're going to drain it. And I liked this one because it says no sugar added and it's non-GMO. So a little bit less pineapple than it calls for, but that's okay. I've had this a few times before, and although I served it as a side, I've saved mine for dessert. It's really that good. Now this is crushed pineapple. If you have chunked pineapple, just run it through a blender. Run a knife through it, chop it up a little bit. But crushed pineapple really does work better in this. All right, we're going to pour this on our dish. And I have crushed almonds. If you have pineapple, or not pineapple, if you have almond slivers or almond slices, that's fine too. I just had whole almonds and I crushed them with the side of a knife the other day, getting ready for this. The almond extract and the almonds on the top are really nice in this. It adds just a really good sweet flavor. So with Thanksgiving coming up, if you're invited to go somewhere and they say, just bring a side, this is your new dessert. It's really a side, but it tastes like a dessert. You could call it either way. If they tell you to bring a dessert, then bring this. If they tell you to bring a side, bring this. Okay, we're going to put this in the oven. Our oven is set at 350. And that's going to cook for almost an hour. And I say almost an hour because we're not going to eat this today. We're going to wait until probably tomorrow and have this. So I'm going to cook it almost all the way because I'll be reheating it later. So we'll come back in just a minute and we'll see what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. Our timer just went off on our oven. Let's get our pineapple dressing out. Okay, I'll give you a closer look at it. It smells absolutely delightful. So whether you serve it as a side or you serve it as a dessert, I think you're going to like it. And it's so fast to put together. If you've got some leftover bread just sitting there, kind of gone stale, kind of gone too bad to eat a sandwich with or toast or resurrect for anything else, give this a try. Start collecting your loaves, your pieces of bread, not loaves of bread. It only takes 5 slices, but it really doesn't matter about the measurements of the pineapple. I needed 20 ounces. I had 14 ounces, so obviously that doesn't make a big deal either, but try the coconut sugar in something. Lower glycemic index, less processed sugar, and I think you're going to like it, so give it a try. Recipe will be in the description as always, and we look forward to sharing something again with you real soon. Thanks, guys.